Good morning to our respected lecturer one Salinda. So today me and my group members going to present about our PPT for object-oriented programming. My name is Tarvin son of Murtajan. My matrix number is 01DD320F1012.
My name is Sundarapaniya son of Sinnasamy and my matrical number is 01DDT20F1095.
My name is Anak S. Magina and my metric number is 01DDT20F1018. Alright, so today I'll be starting the presentation where I'm going to explain from starting from the line 8. So you can see the line 8 is class login, is the class login extends thread. And then you can see line 9 it's a string email. We already declared where for email database has had been stored in array format. Same goes for the line 10 string username. We already for username database has been stored in array format. Same goes again for password. For password database had been stored in array format. All right, next line 12, we already declared user underscore email and user and password in a string format. And then we'll go to the line 13 we declare as x equals to 0, and then int attempt equals to 0, we declare attempt equals to 0, and then we'll be going to the first method, that is a int user login. All right, int user login and throws interrupted exception and scanner sc new scanner system in. And then we'll be going to the line 18 where while x equals to 0. So while x equals 0, it will be printing login, and it will be printing it will ask the user to input the Gmail, and it will be stored in the user underscore email, and it will be asked user to input the username, and it will be stored into the user. At the same time, it will ask the user to input the password, and it will be stored into the pass. All right, so once we already done that, then it will be going to the line 28 where looping will be began. It will check the user is inputting the correct email, username and the password in the correct order. So all right, so if you can see in the line 28, so if email equals to, if they already put in the matching way, if the matching way from the email, username and the password, then it will be credential accepted. The credential has been accepted. If the whole statement is true, the credential will be accepted, and then it will be print as in line 31. You can see hello user. So user, if example the username is example they input as Sundra, so hello Sundra, it has been displayed, and enjoy a meal. All right, so once the credential has been accepted, that means one, the statement is true from the line 28, it will be changed, the x will be changed, converted, it will be turned into 1, and the login loop will be n. All right, and then next you can see if example if the login input is wrong, if example the wrong atom will be began to start to count the number of atom. All right, first was the line you can see line 36, it was atoms plus plus, that means the atom will be began to another login, the new login. All right, so first you can see if x equals to 0, so that means if the x didn't change to 1, right, if it's correct only it will change to 1. So if it's wrong, that means the x is still maintained at 0. So it will go to system out printing, please try again, and then you can see it will go to the login again. So once, if example you can see first attempt also wrong, second attempt also wrong, third attempt also wrong, then it will be go to line 39. So when you can see in line 39, you can see it will be waiting for 10 seconds. You need to wait for the 10 seconds. That is where line 40 you will go to timer. So in line 40 you can see the timer method, where I would like to explain from in line you can see line 53 where we open a method. There you can see void timer in throws interruption. You can see for there will be a 10-second will be showing you, where it will be displaying later. Our partner terminal will be showing you all how it will be going the output. All right, so let me continue again to the line 41 again. So after the 10-second, it will be asking, are you sure you want to continue login or exit? You want to still continue or exit? So if you want to continue, click 1 or press 1, or if you want to exit, click press 2, input 2. So that is where line 42, and then line 43, it will be when the user input 1 or 2, it will be in the string format. And then if you can see if so it will be converting. So what you can see in line 44, we are converting the string value to an integer value. So if example if the user input 2, it will be exit, so it will be going back, it will, whole statement will be, whole system will be automatically stopped. So if example if they want to continue again, it will return back to the on top two line, it will be begin to again in the line 19 there. So it will be begin to line 19 back, where they want to continue again to log in again. So yeah, so and then I have done my I have completed my explanation from my part until line 59. So I will be passing back to Mr. Partner Sundra, so he'll be continuing explaining. Thank you.
That's a clear explanation from Cohen. Now I will explain fast food class. From line 62 until line 73, we are declare our variable for this class and initialize the value to 0, except for choice variable because we are initialized to value 1. From line 75 to 82, we are declare a array which consists of 20 elements in it. This array will store users, pizza, and drink order in array format. Next line number 82, 84 until 89, we are store our menu list and its price. From line 91 to 112, we have our constructor method, which is fast food method. Here we have welcoming output, and in line 96 we are asked the users to input either they want dine-in or they want delivery option. After input their after user input their options, pizza method will be called to take pizza orders at line number 100. Now let's see pizza method in line number 113. Here we use Here we use for loop to display pizza menu in line 116. Then line 120 and 121 we display pizza size and its price. Then we have pizza order label in line number 122. In line 123 until 156 we have a while loop. As you can see at top we are initialize choice equal to 1. So now the loop will be start. In the while loop we have exception handling to handle wrong input from the users. First the user will input their pizza order, size and quantity. Then in line 132 we have a if option to check either the user's input right input or not. If the user input invalid orders, such as in this array we have a small, large and regular, only 1, 2, 3. If the user input 4, it will wrong input. Okay, it will go to, if the user input wrong value, it will go to line number 135 to which say you insert wrong input, please enter again the input. Then it will go to continue pizza order line, which is go to 122 and take the order again. After user input correct value, pizza price will be calculated and stores users input and price in array format from line 144 until 147. Then we have a total price calculation at line 149. Then the total price will display to users and ask the users either they want to update order or select their drinks or cancel their order. If the user select the first one, the loop will start over again to take next order. If the user select 2, it will go to drink method. If the user select 3, it will go to exit method. Then the number of order will be calculated in line 155. Next we see drink method. Let's see briefly this method, because this method same as pizza method. It will display drink menu from line 162 to until 165. Then take a drink order from line 167 until 182. Then we store users drink order in array format from line 186 to 188. Then display drink total price and ask the users either they want to update order or continue order or cancel their order. If the user input 1, it will take drink order again. If the user input 2, it will show their total bill. If the user insert 3, it will go to exit method. That's all from the drink method. Now let's go back to line number 102. Here user need to input payment method, either they want a cash, debit card, e-wallet or online payment method. After the payment method, the bill method will be called. Now let's see the bill method. In line number 200. Here the total bill will be displayed based on their orders. In line 204 to 208, we use for loop to display pizza bills such as pizza name, pizza size, quantity, price of the pizza per pizza, and price of pizza price and quantity price. These all will be displayed based on array that saves users orders previously from pizza method and ring method. From line 210 to 215, we displayed ring bill. This display concept same as pizza bill display. Then we have a calculation for total pizza price and ring price in line number 217. If the user want a delivery option, it will display total price of their order with 10% extra charge. If the user input dining option, it will display total price of their bill. Let's back to line number 109. Here, if the user select select third option, which is cancel order in pizza method or in ring method, it will go to exit method. Now let's see the final method in this class, which is exit method in line number 228. Here it will display order cancel and call again login class and user login method to login again. That's it from fast food class and from me. Next, my friend Mr. Thurman will explain rest of the coding and output path.
Thank you, Sundram. So here at PSVM, we have called a login method. So let me show you your output. So when user made a mistake 3 times in a row, the timer will display. So I'll show you how it goes. For example, I simply make a mistake 3 times. So here the timing is display timer. So after the timer, it asks if user wants to continue login or exit. So I'll choose for continue login. So here I have to input the Gmail again. We successfully log in. So next, you ask whether you want a dine-in or delivery. So I'll choose a dine-in. Sorry, delivery. So I'll show you how the output will be. So here we have set an exception for user input values. When user input a value which is not there means it will loop and ask in for the user input. So example here for pizza order. So I enter 6. For size I enter 3. The 6 in menu we have only until 5, but I'm entering 6. So that it will display you enter the wrong input and enter the input again. So this is exception handling. So I'll input again the order. After user input the order, it asks for user whether they want to update order or select a drink or cancel order. When user select a cancel order, you will loop again to the user login. So they have to log in again using their email address. So if user select a update order, it will again ask for the pizza order so they can update their pizza. So next, I go for a select drink. So drink menu also same as the pizza menu. So they also have to select a drink order and the quantity. For drink we don't have the size. Here also we can update our order. So option 2 is confirmation. Confirmation is to display the user bill. So if here also they cancel, it will loop again to the login method. So I confirm the bill. And here you ask for the payment method. You have a cash, debit card, e-wallet, and online payment. So here I'll choose for cash. And here it will display the menu including the 10% of the delivery charges. So here you have ordered pepperoni, Hawaiian, Coca-Cola, and pepperoni is regular, large in quantity, and price of each pizza and total price for the quantity. And that's all from me. Our group. Thank you.